Good morning, everyone. Hi. I just got finished watching episode 20 of Love Island, and I went on X and I was looking at people's comments, and people were just, they were saying that Casa Amor is just ain't giving Casa Amor this year. It's not giving what it usually gives. And I can agree. It's really not giving what it usually gives. For the first time ever, producers they flipped the cast on more twist. So instead of letting the people who's been there longer, the older Islanders choose, everyone was auto recoupled with new partners from Castle Moore, and then some people just came, some women just came from wherever they come from. They just brought on new women to the regular villa. So it included a shock dump, and it put people at risk. And one of them were TJ, and the other was Amaya that was at risk for being dumped after 24 hours. Um, and sadly, it was Nick and Alandria who was unexpectedly dumped. I'm going to go ahead and give that info if you haven't watched. Spoiler alert. That was the first. Um, they got eliminated, Nick and Orlandria. I was shocked, but I predicted Orlandria, but I didn't predict Nick. So I was shocked about Nick. I thought they were gonna send Ace home, but they actually sent Nick home, which was like very surprising because of his connection with Sierra. I thought it was like good for the show. Um, but homegirl that was with Austin, Jaden, she didn't pick she didn't pick Nick, surprisingly, and that was a shocker for me because Nick, he's more attractive than Austin to me. So um I hate to do it like that, but it's about physical attraction too. But I thought that Jade was more attracted to Nick than she was to Austin. But Austin is like a safe zone. He's been used as the safe zone. I'm going to give a little tidbit about what I've heard on YouTube. I don't think that is true, but it could be true. So rumor has it that Shelly and what is that boy's name? Ace, they're really playing the game to win it. But I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being blinded by, Shelly's beauty. And I'm thinking, like, you know, Shelly's, and, she wouldn't do all that acting and to, to just end up with, Ace. I really think that she likes the basketball player. But, I mean, they could be playing me. But another YouTuber, she was saying that. And I was just like, I started thinking about it after I did my review from episode 19, I was thinking about that. And then when I watched episode 20, I was like, it does kind of make sense. But then Ace, I don't know, maybe he just wants to win and he feels like Shelly is a safe zone for him. But Shelly got options though. And that guy, the basketball player. I don't know. They look good together. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. This show is just giving me a little twirling moment, because I'm just like, I don't know what to think. I did predict Orlandia, and that was a good guess, so I'm like happy about that. But I swear I'm not a producer, but I just kind of felt like they were kind of getting bored with her. And then I felt like that Asian guy, he really didn't like the chocolate. You know, he didn't want a chocolate girl. I didn't feel like he wanted a chocolate girl. And that's just my opinion, and I could be wrong. But I just felt like he didn't want a chocolate girl. I mean, I feel like he wanted somebody easygoing. He really didn't want a challenge. And I mean, that's what I feel like. He didn't want a challenge. He wanted somebody, easy, easy on the eyes, easy going. Orlando is beautiful, but she sticks with her boundaries, which I totally respect. I wish when I was her age, I would have stuck with my boundaries. So shout out to Orlando. That is such a beautiful trait to have, to be her age and have her boundaries in check. I'm gonna do a video about boundaries, by the way, too. But I recently, um, ever since last year, I have really been on my boundaries with people. So I love that about Orlandria, that she has boundaries. She sticks with them. She's not gonna sell her soul to be on the show. So, and she only kisses during. I've never noticed that, but she only kisses during um challenges, which is respectful. I really respect that about her. I probably would do my younger self if I can do life over again. I probably would be have like I admire that about her, and I probably would have done that on the show too. Um, but yeah, a lot of people on Twitter were mad that Alondria left. They felt like her and Taylor had a genuine connection. Me, on the other hand, I didn't feel like I feel like Taylor is like flaky, and I feel like he's the one that's really playing the game. But like I said, I might be blinded, I might be wrong. But yeah, I feel like he's playing the game. And it was how it was so quick for him to just have one conversation with that girl. And I I don't like to say that, but I mean, he likes what he likes. But I don't know. Homegirl, I don't know. I didn't think she was like better looking than Orlandria. And I'm not like bisexual or anything, but I just didn't think that she was better looking. She's kind of like more masculine looking than Alondria to me. But that is y'all, that's my perspective. She has a little bit of a masculine look for me. So, I don't know. That's how I feel. I feel like she looks a little, might have played basketball. Um, and maybe because she's taller too. I'm a short girl, but I mean, I don't really like them two together, and I don't even remember her name. But I don't like those two together, and I love how they put the love thing in there, the message that the producers put in there, because I guess they were bullying Huda, I guess. That's the only person I could think about who they were bullying, because they put in the video about yeah, they put something in there about love. to show love. The point of Love Island is for love. And I thought that was sweet of them to do that because sometimes people can be really cruel on the internet, and I feel like they might have been bullying her. So I feel like they was because Hannah went home. They were I feel like they was bullying her, but maybe they weren't. I went on Twitter today. I didn't see anybody talking bad about her, but I don't get to see everything, so I don't know. But that's the only person I could think of that they would have been saying rude stuff about. Of course, because she's a single mother. I don't I wish that society didn't think that. But she was married though. She's different from me because she was married to her baby's father. So that's different. But the world, they just I don't know what it is about people and the stereotypes. What do they think about the single fathers? I never hear them talk about the single fathers. They always talk about the single mothers, but they never talk about the single fathers. So that's interesting because they're pretty much non-existent from what I've seen. I've heard people talk about there are single dads out there, but I never hear them get any kind of slack or any kind of backlash that I see people give single mothers. But maybe she could have said she was married. That would have made it more subtle. But from what I'm reading and my research, it says she was married to her baby's father, and she did things the societal way since everybody thinks that everything's supposed to be um like everybody's supposed to do the same thing. But I'm not the one that's sitting around here judging people because I know how it feels to be judged. So that's why I really kind of connected with her and really I didn't feel I kind of understood how she was because I was like that before I had my daughter. I was like kind of like very spicy, and I kind of used to like show my feelings on my face and stuff, but now I have like changed and stuff. I've become like a little bit more reserved, and I'm so happy that she switched up the game on them. The girl switched it up on them. So now what they gonna say? Because when I went on Twitter, they wasn't saying nothing about her. But obviously before, for them to put that message in there, the producers to put that in there about love and stuff, showing love to people. Obviously they were saying stuff about her or somebody else, based on Hannah going home and stuff, which is very childish. But like I said, I know how that feels because that's how people are. But it's best to be honest. I'm glad she was honest because some people they'll come on those shows and be lying. But she told the truth, and even though it took her longer to tell the truth to Jeremiah, she told the truth. And then when she met the next guy, she told him the truth, and he didn't have an issue with it. Some guys don't have an issue with it. Some guys do. It is what it is. Like, I mean, life is life. Sometimes life takes you places where you don't think that it's gonna take you. So I never sit back and judge people. I always had compassion for her and connected to her. So I just love how she has emotionally developed from a couple days ago. So that's good. Maybe she had a talk with her mother or with her family members, or maybe she just, realized that, her family name was on the line. Because when you get on these reality shows, I don't think people like you want to honor your family too. You kind of want to like not give them everything that they want to give, because I feel like she was giving society and the viewers what they wanted to see a single mother give, like I previously said. By the angry, they want you to be angry and stuff or and thirsty, but not all single mothers or like that, and maybe the way they chopped and cut it, maybe they made it seem like she was like that, or maybe she wasn't really like that, but so she's seen that maybe somebody called her and to let her know, like, girl, don't let them make a fool of you. So she switched it up, and I love it, and I'm so happy for her. Um, Viewers, they had mixed feelings. They were saying that the episode was had them wanting more. And it did have me wanting more because at the end, when I seen Alandria and Nick get into that love truck, I was like, oh my God, what is going to happen? Are they going to? My prediction is that they are, and I'm not a psychic and I'm not a producer, but I think that they're going to um, make Sierra and Taylor choose from the person that they're with in the Casa more. How can I say this? They're gonna make them choose from um Alandria's gonna have to choose from me, Taylor's gonna have to choose from Alandria and the other girl. And then Sierra's gonna have to pick from the guy she's with. Chooses the guy that she's with, or she's gonna choose Nick. So that's the options that they have. That's what I feel like they're gonna do, where they're gonna make Nick, and then they're gonna make Sierra and Taylor choose. So that's what I feel like they're gonna do. And that would be lovely to see Orlandria's beautiful face back on there. Um and her kind soul back on there. It would be nice to see Nick back on there. He's easy on the eyes. It would be good. I don't know if Shelly and Ace is really gonna last. They may last, but that basketball player is a catch. He is a catch. I don't care. Like a dancer over a basketball player. Like he's a catch. I don't care. I don't care. He's a catch. And like they really haven't been talking that much. They didn't really like show too much of them talking. I feel like that guy, Zach, and what's her name? Amaya, that's not gonna work. I don't feel like that's gonna work. I think that the producers might have told him to pick her, but or he just wanted to go with what was easy. Like no offense to Amaya, but he wanted to go with what seems easy. He didn't like that. He probably thought that American women do not have boundaries and standards. That's another stereotype that people have. I'm just saying from what I see on Twitter, they be thinking that, black American women don't have standards and don't have boundaries. And so for him, he didn't like that. And for her, she was just willing to kiss him. She was willing to do whatever to stay on the show. She's like willing to do whatever. She's desperate for love. And I feel like Orlandria wanted love, but like I feel like you shouldn't have to be desperate for love. It should just come to you. It shouldn't be something that you have to like be so desperate for, like, because then you're not really going to get real love. I feel like first you have to love yourself, and I feel like that's probably what Amaya needs to work on, just loving herself first, and then maybe working because she has a good career. She's a nurse, like, and maybe just focus on her career and then focus on loving herself. This is me giving a girl talk to her. Hopefully she goes back and listens to this, or maybe I can help someone else. Like I feel like self-love is the best love, and that's the first thing that you should have before you even commit or get in a committed relationships. You gotta, like Sierra was saying, you gotta like it doesn't need to be a need. It should just be a wanting to be with the person. It shouldn't be a need. Like, because when I was younger, it was like, oh, I felt like I needed to be with someone. Like, I felt like I needed to be with someone. But now, since I gotten older, I'm like, and I've just went through my self love journey and I went through a lot of stuff by myself, I could honestly say that when I do meet someone, or I feel like any woman when she goes through stuff on her own and develops her self love and develops learning how to be independent and having her own life going on and her own things going on, that she can truly give someone true love until she like fully loves herself. So that's how I feel that women should, or anybody, man or woman, should like love themselves completely before they start dating someone, and be like really sure of themselves before they get in committed relationships with people. Because if you're not, it becomes like a need, and it could come off as clingy, it could come off as very unattractive, and it's just not a good look. It's just not. And Amaya, when she looks back at the show, she's gonna see that the I don't know. I don't think the producers are made. I believe that they use whatever you give to them, and then they chop and screw it or whatever. That's what I heard. They just gonna use what you give to them. From other people, like when they be talking on the YouTube, they was like they only gonna put on there what you allow them to see. So I feel like with her, she's like, oh my God, you really like me. Like I used to be like kind of like that. Like, oh my God, I want him to like me. Just because I like him, I want him to like me. And that's just not how life is. And I don't know, guys play on women desperate, like being desperate. They play on it, and they'll play on your top head. They'll play on your top head. That's why it's been like Orlandria, it's been 5 years for me being single too. And I just been looking at everybody else and observing everybody else, observing marriages, people that's married, observing divorces, observing everything. And I've been seeing and then sometimes I'm like, I really enjoy being by myself. Like I really enjoy I really enjoy being by myself and having my baby. I do want to have another baby, but here's the thing. I don't know if I want to be married and have the baby. I want to do the right thing and be married to them, but I really want the baby more than I don't know. I just maybe I'm like jaded. I'm not really jaded, but I just feel like um I have so much going on for myself that I don't know if I can give a relationship the real all I can give the guy what he needs, because I have too much going on. And maybe later on in my 40s, cuz I'm like 37 now. Me 36, I turned 37 at the end of the year, but maybe in my 40s I want to be like that, want to settle down. But I just seen so much, and it's just like I don't know. I still believe in love though. I do still believe in love. I believe love is real, but I am very cautious about it. And I believe that you have to have boundaries with your friends and with your relationships. You have to have boundaries. Like in a marriage, I want us to have boundaries. Like I want us to have our own lives, and it to be like a business merger. That's what I think a relationship is, like a merger of two businesses. I think a marriage is like that. That's how I see it. It's about standing on business. And if the math ain't mathing, if the math ain't mathing, and it don't make sense, and y'all don't have the same values and the same morals, and their character is not what you want, girl, you better hit the road, girl, or boy, you better hit the road, because no need to waste time, because I wasted a lot of time with guys who did not have the same morals and values as me. So I'm happy that Alandria is at her age where she's I think she's 29, but she's already there, because it took me to 31. It took me to 31. 31, I got it together. So if you're younger than me, I am so happy if you got your self love together. You got everything together. You're focused on your career and you're doing you. I salute you, and I am very happy for you. If anyone's listening is on their stuff and they're not like love will find you. Like what is meant for you is for you. If that man is meant for you, he will be for you. If that woman is meant for you, she will be for you. No matter what, no mountain high enough. Like the song say, ain't nothing gonna keep you away from them. Like nothing. Like they will find you. And I believe in people having like many soulmates. So and I believe that people are coming in your life for seasons and reasons, and sometimes things just don't work out, and it's time to say goodbye. And you have to be okay with letting go of things that no longer serve you. Like, do not hold on to things that no longer serve you. Like, just let it go because it's just a waste of your time. If y'all don't, if even with friends, if y'all don't have the same morals, values, character, like and it's just about the same stuff that you were doing when you were younger and no they haven't emotionally developed like where you at. It's no need for you to be friends with them anymore because y'all are not on the same playing field. If their maturity level is way down and they're still like doing stuff that you used to do and you're not doing that stuff anymore, they will bring you down. They will have you questioning what you're doing. And you're doing what's best for you, but you want to hang around people that are doing that are on your level. Cause if they're not on your level, it's just I mean, you can't elevate. They're gonna bring you down with them. Like and that's what I had to learn. I learned that last year. Like people that are not on your level, they will bring you down. They'll have you down to where they're at. And even with like relationships, if the person is not growing, like they're not doing anything with their life, they're not going anywhere, you need to let them go because you could have somebody that's going in the same direction as you, that's trying to do the same things that you're trying to do, that is growing as a person, like that has their own life, that has their own goals, their own dreams, their own ambitions, that has their own life, who's not afraid to be alone. Like, and I see like me looking on the outside now, I see that some people do not like to be alone. And I think that this show is showing that because when I see that Iris was like, I just don't like to be alone. And I just hated that she told that guy that. I hated for Iris to tell him that. Like, Iris, you were born alone. Everybody was born alone. And I even, I'm like, my little daughter, I be telling her, girl, you was born alone. Like, you got to be able to stand, stand strong and stand on your own. Like, and be able to handle situations, and come to your family because that's what your family is for. You may have some outside people that you relate to, that you feel like you can trust, but be careful with that because everybody that seems like they're for you are not for you. So I just say be cautious and do what's best for you. Continuously level up, and like I just want these women, like that's why I like respect I like Hoda, I like Shelly, I like Shelly. She doesn't seem like she's boy crazy, and I like that about her. She doesn't give the desperate vibes. um and she doesn't say stuff that makes her seem desperate. And that's how she comes off, very confident. Like confidence is everything. And I love that the show is showing like, different people who who else is very confident by themselves is Sierra. I like she has a for her age, she has a good head on her shoulders. So I'm hoping that her and Nick get to stay together because Nick needs somebody stable like that. He needs her. She's a good catch. She's like she knows herself. She's different. She likes to look different. Like I think that that like is what really makes her attractive, and I think that that's what the other guys like see in her too. That she's like she's independent, she's strong, and that she doesn't really need them. That she's on there just to find love, but if she doesn't find love, I feel like Sierra will be okay. I feel like she's not gonna die. Now, on the other hand, Miss Amaya, Lord, whose nurse is she? Tell me who nurse she is. And then, you know what else shocked me? Well, it really didn't shock me. Vanna picking TJ when she know TJ is not her type. TJ is not her type. And Vanna, I do not believe that she is 21. That girl is 27, 28. She's not 21. She is not 21. I know she's not. Like either she's wears too much makeup or either she's had a hard life. And I don't know how Salt Lake City is. I don't know if a lot of people's parents are on drugs or I don't know. She just looked like she had a hard life. But I could be wrong. Maybe she's just doesn't age well. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. She has a nice body, but her face is just, I don't know. It doesn't give 21. Um, I don't know. I don't like the twist. I really don't like this twist. And I don't know what to expect. It sure is a shakeup, and they knew what they were doing. They're spicing it up, and we'll see. I'm hoping that they bring Olandria back and that they bring Nick back and they make Taylor and Sierra choose. And I hope Sierra picks who she thinks is going to be best for her in the long run. And I hope Taylor picks who he thinks is going to be best in the long run. And I don't feel like it's that young lady. And I cannot remember her name, but I feel like it's not going to be her. Definitely not going to be her. But I feel like he'll pick Alandria, but I don't know. He's like very immature. He gives like little boy vibes, but I don't know. Because I think he's like 21 or 22. I don't know. He gives little boy vibes. And then he's from the country. I don't know. I don't know why I don't like guys from the country. I just don't like them. They bore me. They bore me. And I feel like he was kind of giving Orlandria like a bore. Like their relationship was given a bore. So that's why I feel like they had to, because they were both, I don't know. He wasn't, I don't know. He wasn't given a venture, but they never got to go out on a real date. So I don't know. So I don't know how it would have been. But hopefully things continue to get a little mixy on there. Tell me what y'all think about the new twist and how things are going in the comments. Let me know. Cause I'm just like, Casa is usually like where they're drinking, they're getting crazy, everybody kissing everybody. That's what I'm used to the Casa more being like. I'm not used to it being so serious and so strict. And I was hoping Amaya would, throw up in somebody's throw up somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. She gives like drunk girls vibes, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a fan of her. I'm not a fan of her because I want her to mature and I feel like she could do much better because because of the career that she chose. I feel like she should be a little bit more mature than she is, but I mean, she's just not there yet. But she'll see when she looks back at these shows and she'll see, she's gonna be like, girl, I was looking desperate. She gonna be like, I was looking like I was looking like a bird on that show. She gonna be like, I was looking like a bird. But then maybe she won't take accountability, like Ashley and what's the other girl name? What is that other girl? She got a show. She got a little show. What's reality? Her. They would never fess up that they were looking like birds on that show. That the editing make them look like that. I mean, because they still wanted to be in with the producers, they would never tell the truth. That's what I feel like with them. And maybe she will do that during the reunion. She might try to act like, you know, narcissistic and be like, I don't think I did anything wrong. I don't see anything, that I did was wrong. She might be doing that, the typical thing, like keep it real. I like that Hutter. She kept it real. She was like, yeah, I was being very emotional in the beginning of this show. I was really locked in with them. And I think Jeremiah was playing because I don't think Jeremiah got nowhere to go back home to. I think he do got live with a whole bunch of people. That's just my opinion. I do think he live with a whole bunch of people, but maybe he don't. Maybe he not a bum. Maybe he not a model bum. Maybe he's not, a good looking guy that's a bum. But that's what he was giving bum vibes. And Ace kind of gives bum vibes. Like maybe things are rough, and he needs the money, so he came on there. But we shall see. We shall see. But if he is doing that, I think the producers will figure him out, and him and Shelly probably won't win because if they're already talking about this on the YouTube streets. It's gonna get back to the producers, and they're gonna be like, I don't think that they should win. They're gonna peep game, and they're not gonna let them win. So, um, hopefully they play it more smarter if that is their game. I'm not against it. I think it's probably intelligent, but I'm not against it because he'll be able to go on other reality shows and make more money. So because he has been labeled the villain. Everybody loves a villain. Everybody loves a villain. Everybody does. Like they love someone who's like honest and like sneaky and well, he's not really sneaky. He's just very observant. They love that about like people who played the game on shows. People love that. So he might win. I don't know. But maybe he won't win with Shelly. Maybe he'll win with Coco. Coco, I'm surprised Coco picked him because I don't know how he big because they was both from LA and it'd be easy to split the money and easier to do like the tours and stuff together, like the little shows they might have to do after winning the show. So maybe that's why he he chose Coco. I don't know. I don't know. Like that was a little shocker for me. But I'm going to close this out because I'm a little tired and I have to go to bed because I have to wake up in the morning. Wake up later on this morning and do some stuff. So y'all have a good morning and a good day today. And let me know what you think in the comments. Like, what do y'all think about this? Like, do y'all think that people was cyberbullying Huda? Like, what? Do y'all think that that was happening? I wouldn't be surprised because I see how people like act towards single mothers on YouTube, and I be telling my mom and stuff. She was like, "I don't think all guys are like that," but how them guys be coming at those single mothers on Kendra G, like they be coming on it. They be like, that's why sometimes I'm like, I don't know. Like, should I listen to Shira and not even tell them until later on? And that's why I feel like that's why Huda like waited a little while to tell Jeremiah. Cause like some people say that you should wait a little while before you tell guys that because you want to see that if they really like you. But I feel like you should just get it out the way so they could, the next person could come, the next guy. You don't have to waste your time. Y- Nobody got time for wasting the time. Nobody got time to waste time. Time is precious. Like, time is essential. Like, don't be with nobody that's wasting your time, ladies and gentlemen. Do not be with people who are wasting your time because just because you're young doesn't mean that you need to be wasting your time. You could be doing other things as far as building your career up. You can be doing other things as far as building stronger relationship with your family. You could be like traveling. Like, do not waste your time. Like, do not, do not do that. Do not waste your time. Like, that was one thing I didn't do. I did like, if it wasn't work, I was like, next, I would have somebody else. Like, people would come back, guys would come back and stuff. But I would always be like, next. It would be always be like another one and another one. It would be another one. I would keep it moving. I did not waste no time. This is the longest I've ever been single, is 5 years. And that's because I am on my celibacy journey and I am waiting for my husband. So, yes, I'm not like, I've talked to guys, but I haven't really met anyone that I was interested in. So I'm just like, next, 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 next. Like, I don't believe in people wasting time, because life is precious. You don't know if it's going to be your last day, and you do not want to spend your time being with somebody that don't want you. Like, ladies that don't want you, guys that don't want you, or and women that don't want you, guys that don't want you guys, okay? You don't want to waste your time, like, cuz it's like, you could go somewhere and travel overseas and meet somebody that is likes you just the way that you are. Like, you don't have to settle and you don't have to put up with nobody's BS. Like, even if you got a kid with them, next. I mean, guys married. I see women with 7 kids get married. 7 kids, and they have 3 different baby daddies, and they get married. I don't know what kind of guys they are, but they be getting married, okay? So anything is possible. Anything is possible with the most high in your life. Anything is possible, period. So do not settle. That's the one thing I would give advice about love. Do not settle, because if that person don't love you, they don't like you, they don't even want to be, like, they don't want to put in no effort. They just not going nowhere in life, or they just all mixed up in their head, don't know what they want to do, this or do that. I don't know. I don't even think you should be friends with people like that, really. You want to be with friends who have direction, because being around people who don't have direction, it kind of like lead you with no direction. So, and like, always do what's best for you, and like, what everybody else is doing is best for them. Do what's best for you. And just because everybody else got a boyfriend or got a girlfriend, don't mean you gotta have a girlfriend or boyfriend. Don't mean that. You could be just fine being single. You can, have your little sneaky link. But I mean, I won't be having no sneaky link. But y'all can have y'all little fun. If you're young, have your little sneaky link. Make sure you go get those test results. Go get the Make sure you go with them. Y'all go together and go get tested. That's what I would tell anybody. Go together, because people could fake tests, and people be doing all kind of fugazi stuff. So make sure you go get tested with them. And make sure you see see the nurse hand it to the woman or the man. Make sure you do that, and make sure you use protection, and make sure that the girl is on birth control, and make sure the guy use protection. If he doesn't want to use protection, next, tell him next, because nobody got time for that. Don't nobody got time to be no single mother. If you don't have to, don't. If you don't have to make those kind of choices, don't make that. Like, if an accident happens, then it happens. Because accidents do happen. Trust me, I know accidents do happen. But if you just willingly out there, just slinging that, or just kissing on this and anybody, because I'm sure those people on Love Island got, they had to get them all tested up and everything, because the way they kissing on there, the way that they say herpes is going around, and all this other stuff, and the flesh eating disease. I was just like, flesh eating disease. That I was just like, I'm so glad that I am so scared, y'all, because when they told me about that flesh eating STD, I was like, yikes, yikes. That's why I was like, Sierra, I hope you use protection with Nick, honey. I hope they give them some condoms in there. I'm pretty sure they did get them condoms. But uh and I'm pretty sure that they did get them tested. But that flesh eating disease, that when I saw that, that had me for, and then that new type of herpes, y'all, I just prayed because God really had mercy on my life. Like He had mercy on my life because at that time when I was, I was dating around, I did not. Yeah, I was so glad that God, had His hands on me, and I just got a baby. That's it. That's all I got is that. And that's big, but I mean, she's gonna grow up and she gonna be grown one day. But to have something that's permanent, that you got to keep on taking medicine and the medicine make you sick and all that. It's just scary. It's scary. And like, I pray for people that have, or that is going through that. I really pray for those people because if that happened to me, I would just, I don't know what I would do. But I pray for people that have that happen. It be their first time being having intercourse, and people do them like that. And that's why you have to be cautious and be careful and have those boundaries and stick to those boundaries. And not care. Because if the guy ain't got no boundaries, you don't want to mess with him anyway. Because if the girl don't got no boundaries, you don't want to mess with her either. You better be careful. They don't got no boundaries. They down for anything, and that's scary. So yeah, but that flesh eating disease, STD, I was just like, oh my god, the people that have that, and they said it's spreading like crazy. And I'm just like, oh, that's so scary. Maybe they put that out to scare people because like when you was in I don't know if y'all was in middle school. When I was in middle school, they used to have like the video. We used to have sex ed. They had the videos and they showed the people with. But then I was like, some people said that because people just have outbreaks, so you won't know. That's why you got to get them tested. You have to go with them to get tested with them. Like you have to, even though you use protection, you still could get some STDs, and you have to go with them. Like I swear, y'all need to go with them. Like save yourself because there's lots of people that have it and they just don't care. Like they don't care. There's a lot of women that have it that don't care. There's a lot of men that have it that don't care. So you have to be careful out of these streets. It's best to keep them during boundaries. It's best to be celibate. I ain't gonna lie. It's best. Even if you young, it's best to be celibate. You could date the guys just he could have sex with whoever he want to have sex with. You could date him. He could take you out on dates. Y'all can be friends or whatever. Just don't have sex with him because it's dangerous out there. It's dangerous. Like it's. I mean, everybody thinks the worst thing that can happen is you having a baby. That's 18 years. I mean, that's for life though. And but some STDs you get, you might not can't have no baby after it. So sometimes when y'all hear women or y'all hear women say, I I don't want no kids. I don't like kids. I don't want no kids. They really like hating on kids. Sometimes they just can't have kids because they have something that they feel like they mix them. But I hear people still can have them with like a C-section and stuff. You still can have kids with a C-section and stuff. But a lot of people don't know that. But you can still have kids with any kind of venereal disease. But when you hear people say that, Mm, they hating on kids so much just because they probably can't have none, or they got something that made them sterile or made them where they can't have any kids. Oh, is it sterile? It makes them where they just can't have no kids because they had it for too long and they didn't know they had it, or something like that. You just never know. Or they like for me, I'm not gonna say that. For me, like my eggs count went down when I got cancer. It just went down. Like it went down. I could get pregnant, but I gotta try really, really hard. And I'm about to be 40, so if I don't have another baby, I'll be okay. But I really want a little boy. But if I don't have one, I'm gonna be like, okay, on to the next thing. I can adopt, you know. But some people don't just don't believe in adopting, so they be like, I don't want no kids, and it be like a deep health issue that they have why they can't have them. So, guys, you got to be careful when women are talking like that, and women, you got to be careful when guys are talking like that. They might have like something happened to them when they was little or something that caused them not to be able to. Because for a long time, I had thought it was me. You know, that why I couldn't. That like I never got caught up. Like I never had like a scare or anything. My first pregnancy was my first pregnancy. My first scare. My first that was my first scare and everything. So I'm just like I thought it was me, but it was. I think it was them. Um, I really think it was them. Shout out to them. I know they might come and listen to it and be like, "Oh, so you talking about me?" Yes, I think it was them. It wasn't me. So I thought it was me the whole time. I thought something was wrong with me, but it wasn't me. Sometimes it be the guys, and vice versa. So yeah. So that's a little tidbit. I just had to put that out there. Sometimes it's not you, you know. Sometimes it's the if you're in a relationship with somebody and or y'all married or y'all been dating for a long time and you never had no scare or nothing, it might you can have scares on birth control too. But even when you off birth control and you ain't never had no scare, y'all ain't never had no condom bust, nothing like even with the condom bust, you ain't never got pregnant. It might just be one of y'all got something, going on, something ain't working right, but it's okay. That's why a lot of people give single mothers a little hate because it's like, if God bless you, like I'm so thankful for my baby because I might not have another baby because my egg count went down. So, and how am I supposed to tell like I might not get married, I might not meet my soulmate. You never know how life is, and I'm like totally okay with that. That's why you got to be okay with being alone and be you gotta have your own life and make your own self happy, and I'm like completely happy single. I've been having the time of my life. Haven't had any stress. I don't have any gray hairs anymore. My hair grew back from the cancer. I haven't had any gray hairs. I used to have gray hair, and I don't have any gray hair. Like from 2016 to 2022, I had grew a lot of gray hair, and I don't have any gray hair. So thankful to God. When it grew back like the blackest black. My hair is like jet black. Like, but I like to wear blonde hair. So, but my hair is jet black. Like my real hair is jet black, and it grew back, and it was just thicker than ever. So it was like a rebirth for me, and like I'm so thankful that I went to the experience. It actually showed me who my true friends were. It showed me who the people that I thought that I loved and I thought that loved me back, they really didn't love me back. I only had one person that I knew he really loved me. That was my high school sweetheart. He was the only one that reached out to me when I was going through my stuff. So that's how I knew who really loved me. Because when you go through stuff, if you do like he's a real one. He stand out 10 toes for me, and I stand out 10 toes for me. He's not even with me. He is tooken, and he sent me a message on Facebook. Them other guys, those other duds, they didn't do it. They didn't send anything. No flowers. Didn't say anything. Didn't do anything. And I will always remember that. And I have no hate against them. But guess what? I will never, ever, 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 ever care for them or even show any kind of care for them. Like some people never even came. It said that they were my friends. Never even came to a. This is what got me. They never even came to a freaking. Excuse my language. They never even came to any one of my uh chemo things. You can have people that come with you. That's what supportive people do. I saw people's husbands there, people's friends there with them. No, nobody came. They said it was my friends. None of them came, and I remember that, and I held that in the back of my mind. And so I sometimes I just be writing ticks in my mind, like, and then, after five, you strike you out, like the tax, what the tax is, 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, 4 mark, five. I'm done. So that's what type of person I am. So yeah, they said a divorce is like someone dying, but breaking up of friendships is like someone dying also. Because that person becomes like they're no longer a part of your life. So those people, they will never be. I still think of them and I care about them, but as far as me ever showing them any type of love publicly or anything like that would never happen. Um, I will. They will always get just. They would never be like when people treat you all kind of way. You just have to remember it and put it in your mind and make little tech marks in your mind, and then check it off. And then remember, like, okay, they didn't do this, so I'm not gonna go out my way and do that for them. Because I used to be, I am the saver hole. Could I say that? I'm the saver hole. Like, I used to try to save these people out here. I used to try to save these guys. I used to try to save these girls. I used to try to get them direction. But now I don't care. Like, I care about you. I care about you enough to love you from a distance. But I would never save you. I would never. They can never call me ever again. They can never. I will never be their friends anymore. Like, people that I just don't believe in doing people like that. I just don't. I'm just not that type of person. Like, when I see somebody down and I consider them my friend, I'm gonna send them flowers. I'm like Kelly, child. I've been doing reviews on Real Housewives of Atlanta too. But yeah, I'm like Kelly. You didn't see me no flower. You didn't see me no flowers. You ain't did. You only came by because you was passing through. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. You're just using me. You're not my friend because you needed a place to stay. You're not my friend. And you know whoever, if they listen to this, they know I'm talking about them. You were never my friend. And that was the end of it. You were never my man. You were never there for me. You was never my man, because anybody that was my man would have stayed 10 toes down for me and would have reached out to me during that time in my life. So I will never forget the people that reached out to me. And that's my first love. And he will always be, he's been the only guy I ever really, really loved. Like, I cared about the others, but I really, really loved him, and he really, really loved me. He was been the only guy other than my dad and God that loved me, and I respect him for that. And I'll always have respect for him, like, always have respect for him because he's a real one, and that's what type of people I like in my life, real ones. Even though the way that we broke up wasn't cool, but he's still a real one. Like, you never forget real ones. So if you have real people in your life, love them, treat them, as best as you can treat them, because it's a lot of fake and phony people out there. And you got to keep your eyes and your head on the swivel, honey, because it's a lot of posers out there. It's a lot of people that lie. They be telling tales on the YouTube, be lying, making up stories, doing all kind of scandalous stuff. So y'all need to be careful. Y'all have a good day, and I am outie. Bye bye. Good night.